The most consumed drug on earth was invented as a backup. The drug Yemeni mystics actually wanted ran out one day in 1454, and the substitute that they reached for happened to be coffee. The story of coffee's 4 accidents stacked on top of each other: a wrong substitute, a repurposed word, a papal taste test, and a sack of beans that was almost burned as camel feed. Nobody planned coffee, it survived a series of near misses. And the word you use for it every morning is the receipt for all of them. The first accident is in Yemen. In the 1400s, Sufi mystics there had a problem. They needed to stay awake for night prayers that ran khat, the leaves of a stimulant plant Yemenis still chew today. They brewed into a drink called qahwa. Then in 1454, khat ran out in the port of Aden. The local mufti, a man named Al-Dabani, told his followers to try the same recipe with a different bean, one his merchants had been bringing in from across the Red Sea, from Ethiopia. They had never used it as a drink before. They tried it. It worked. Coffee, the global drink, exists because the original drink wasn't in stock. This brings us to the second accident, the word. Qahwa is hundreds of years older than coffee, and it did not mean khat either. It originally meant wine. Medieval Arab dictionaries are clear about this. Qahwa was a name for wine, dark, bitter, and known to kill the appetite. But wine was forbidden under Islam. So when those Yemeni mystics needed a name for the new drink that killed their sleep the way wine killed hunger, they reached for the forbidden word and gave it a second life. So the word for the world's most popular legal stimulant is the recycled name of an illegal drink. Every time you order a coffee, you are technically asking for wine. So coffee spread fast. Mecca, Cairo, Damascus, and by 1554 Istanbul, where the Ottomans built the world's first coffee houses. But it kept getting banned. Mecca banned it in 1511, Cairo banned it in 1532. Conservative clerics said anything that altered the mind was too close to wine. Each ban got overturned. Then around 1600, coffee reached Italy through Venetian traders, and the same fight started in Christian Europe. Pope Clement VIII's advisors begged him to ban it as the drink of the devil, a Muslim drink, an infidel threat. The story goes that he asked for a cup before deciding. He drank it, and then the legend says he declared it so delicious that it would be a sin to leave it to the unbelievers. And he baptized coffee, a Christian drink. One sip and he flipped 600 years of religious anxiety into a marketing campaign. The fourth accident is at the gates of Vienna in 1683. The Ottoman army had been besieging the city for months. When they finally retreated, they left behind tents, livestock, gold, and hundreds of sacks of strange dark beans. The Polish soldiers who captured the camp had no idea what they were. They thought it was camel feed. They were about to burn the sacks. And then a Polish officer named Kulczewski, who had spent years in Ottoman territory and recognized the beans, claimed them for himself. He opened a coffee shop in Vienna with them. That shop became the prototype for every European cafe that followed. Paris, London, Amsterdam, the entire European coffee house civilization that produced the Enlightenment. All of it traces back to the sack of beans that was almost burned as livestock feed. So, a plant from Ethiopia, a drink invented by Yemeni mystics because their first drug ran out, a word that used to mean wine, a pope who flipped sides after one cup, and a war trophy mistaken for camel feed. That's a lot of accidents and 600 years, and the most ordinary thing in your morning, it's not just a beverage anymore, right? It's a series of things that almost did not happen.